you go. If he don't love me, won't you tell me? Baby, I swear I don't wanna go. All right, it's all right. In the morning, then find your little woman gone. It didn't hurt you so bad by she leaving. Boy, you didn't hate her, be alone. All right.
Where'd I get my bag? Lands for bags, of course. Where else?
Where did I get my bag? I pinched it.
Little David is only 4 months old. It hasn't occurred to Jim and Alison that he too needs to be restrained while in the car. After all, they're buckled up in their seatbelts. But it's too late now. At this precise moment, David turns into a force equivalent to a 200-kilogram weight that passes like a bullet through the front windscreen so fast only the slow-motion camera can show you. Nasty, isn't it? The Ministry of Transport urges you to buckle your baby into a standards-approved child restraint. Now.
Looking for a hot dish with real appeal? Then serve up a delicious apple crumble. Every bite as good as it looks. Want a dessert that'll really make the family flip? Try some apple turnovers. Every bite as good as it looks.
The waiting is over. The Redcoats are here. Juicy, crisp, North American red delicious apples at greengrocers and supermarkets now. Every bite as good as it looks.
This was New Zealand's first Erebus. The impact on the community was so great.
187 men lost their lives, and the myths around the tragedy persist to this day.
So, Paul, what are the myths of the Orpheus?
That it was carrying money? No. That it was carrying soldiers and armament to fight a war? No. It wasn't coming here to fight.
The fact that the guys were in leg irons and couldn't swim because they were prisoners of war?
No. 2 that were being brought back for court-martial. They were confined below decks, but they weren't in irons.
The fact that people survived and weren't accounted for because they went to live in the bush?
That's true.
People taken by sharks?
Highly possible.
Survivors taken prisoner by local Maori?
No.
Survivors joining local Maori and becoming white Maori?
Very, very, very unlikely, I think. But hey, who knows? It's possible.
And this is a harbour where anything is possible.
Paul, what can you tell about rumours that the Japanese subs came in here in World War II?
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, in about 1943, the signalman actually saw a submarine, he identified as a Japanese submarine, trying to get across the bar. He called it in, because that's what he was supposed to do, and then about 4 hours later, he saw it going out over the bar.
So they went up to only 100
We think they must have gone up there. He would have followed the deep channel, gone up and had a look. They were smart. I mean, they were surveying our harbours.
After the Orpheus, a lighthouse was commissioned. Operational from 1874 to 1986, it ended up in a sorry state until a group of locals decided to do something about it.
What they were going to do with it after they rebuilt, they didn't seem to have any plans, but a group of us came along and said, well, look, you know, if you're going to build the damn thing, build it for a purpose, not just to be something that's spectacular and sitting on a hill. Open it, you know, make it available to the public of New Zealand. And so basically that's what we did. And
it's probably one of the only ones you can actually walk around too.
As far as I know, it's the most accessible. And you can drive to the car park and walk here, you know, and you can get the full experience. Well, the full experience. I mean, look over the edge.
It's a
240 metres straight down.
Is it that far?
Yeah.
Everything that we planned for, virtually, you know, it just went like clockwork. Of the 150 events, 150-year celebration of commemoration events, I wouldn't mind betting this is the edgiest. This is the most off the wall, very, very interesting, and it's a family thing. Very, very important.
This is an original document, as Bill tells you. I constructed it over a number of years based on written testimony from the trials, the 2 trials that were held over the Orpheus disaster. This is it. 1, 2, 3. 3 day out from Hobart, when the men of Cobar we see, like animal shore, grim and bare, not where you'd rather be. And Commodore Burnett, he says, "Look sharp, my lads, look sharp." Close we all to the foaming break, till Paratuti we spy. And on it a signal like him hung on the cross, clear to the naked eye. And Commodore Burnett, he commands, "Look lively, my lads, look lively." Now the Commodore, being impatient like, starts us rushing for the gap. But our keel, it touches something shallow, and we stops like a thunderclap. And as our world heaves over, Burnett, he shouts, with a snap, "Look at yourselves, my lads, to yourselves." The tides now are flooding fast, so up the masts we go. Pity in the sight, the plight of mates that might be caught 'tween decks below. Now it be's Commander Burton's turn to bellow. "Look down, my lads, look down. Your Commodore's about to die." Night finds us freezing in the shrouds, each waiting to meet his maker, praying for something quick like a shark, neath the Manukau's savage rakers, and every voice begins to cry, "God, where art thou for sailors such as I? Goodbye. Where art thou, Lord, for a sailor such as I? Goodbye. Where art thou, Lord, for a sailor such as I? Goodbye. Where art thou, Lord, for a sailor such as I? Goodbye. Where art thou, Lord, for a sailor such as I? Goodbye.
Where art thou, Lord, for a sailor such as I?
Goodbye.